Alright, hey guys, and today we will be hopping into another video. So if you couldn't already tell by the title of this video, we are going to be taking Torino to the top, back to where they used to be before that unfortunate incident. Yeah, do they have this in the, I don't think they have. Okay, so they don't seem to have that air disaster in there, but that's okay. I don't know why that's set to amateur. Okay, so we're going to have to try and take this Torino team back to the top. And I really feel that we have a chance of doing this. We have a quality squad and all of that jazz. So they don't have Torino Stadium in the game. That's not something I'm liking, but that's how it's going to be. So Mr. TSFY has been unveiled as the new surprise manager of Torino. Is we need to bring in loan signings, and see like what kind of budget we have. I probably should have gone over this before, but look at this. This is an okay budget, right? Yeah, 23 million budget, not too shabby. I'm not gonna lie, that's not too shabby. So, interesting. Um, let's see. That's our squad. We've got Bellotti, who is a top class. Okay, no, I know how to play. Who is a very top class player, and we've got Simone Zaza. Um, him too. Not much said about him for obvious reasons. If you know, you know. I think, why does Torino have no players whatsoever? Torino don't have like a team or a reserves to speak of, which does mean I probably am going to want to bring in some reserves because we don't seem to have reserves for whatever reason. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm just looking at the team right now. Nothing much. So left wingers who can also play as defenders. Very good, very good. Now, I'm just going to get started and try and win this little competition here. Now, these are our transfers for the summer window, and why does it keep switching to Udinese? But as I finish this, you see Traore and Sandro Tonali, both signed for 21.2 mil. That's actually very good. Adama was 10 mil, and Tonali was, I think, another 10 mil, like around another 10 mil, plus Rincon, and then we sold Igor Falke for I think 18 million. So that was helping us to get Traore. Pretty good. All in all, I think we did a very good job, and I mean that's all I really have for this. Just look at the transfers. We did a very good job. We did get negative though. I think a -3. So I personally don't like that, but it's okay. It'll have to do for now. And as we end it, it decides that it wants to open my email. And oh, I've got Manager of the Month award. And we've only played one game, and we won. So, yay. Alright, guys, so it's the end of the first season with Torino. And we were doing pretty good, Champions League qualification. But then a certain slip happened. And we've managed to fall into 7th place, which is where we're guaranteed, of course, but a poor form of result has we 7 more losses, which is really bad, actually. But yeah, Piemonte go unbeaten, of course. It's Juventus. What the heck? Oh, that fun stuff. But we don't care. No. I don't want to look at the Europa or the Champions League. Can I go back to the Serie A? Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't really care about those other bits. Now, so we're back to Torino. We're in 7th place. That's really bad. I really hope. I think 7th place is qualifying rounds for the Europa League. That one. We're looking for this. Top scorers list. Verdi finishes on 16, which means I think he scored only 4 more goals in 38 matches, which is pretty garbage. Timo Werner and Ronaldo make it into the top 15. Interesting. And Dybala as well. So 3 Piemonte players making it in. Well, not all of them strikers, but 2 of them strikers. Pretty interesting. And they only play with Big Ron up top, so very interesting. Now, assists. Tonali and Baselli. Baselli didn't get any more assists, but it looks like he hasn't played. He didn't play many more matches. He only played like 10 10, 12 matches. But yep, Cavani, Edison Cavani, I believe, has done it. Wojciech Szczesny for Piemonte Calcio, Calcio, right? Has done it. I mean, Torino finished fifth on it, 15, tied with Donnarumma, who should actually be ranked above because he did it in less games. But we don't talk about that. That's pretty good. Musso for Udinese, who I believe no, they're not getting relegated. They were, but very interesting. It goes like the top six is 15 and just sharply drops to six. Pretty interesting, actually. But as was the part, Cagliari with some two of there. So as you already know, we are in the second season, and this is just a roundup of our summer transfer window. We're up to the last hour, but I'm going to try showing it. This is a different way of showing it. I'm going to go into the transfer history, but I mean, very interesting. A different way of seeing it. I personally like the other one because you can see the total spend, which was, if you're wondering, 126 million, and we made 105 million. Just for people who care about that sort of thing, and um, Taro Martinez is the man we've brought in. We sold Belotti. Yeah, so we brought him in for 94 million. That is a lot of money for a club like us, and as well as him, we sold Belotti and Sirigu and I've lost some words. So let me restart that. I've completely messed that up. So Belotti for Martinez. We sold Belotti, brought in Martinez. We sold Sirigu, brought in Maximiano. Sold Lukic, sold Zaza. He was very mad because he wasn't playing. We brought in the sweaty boy Kent for 12 million. And we sold Ansaldi, who was our left back. But remember, we signed Alexandro on a pre-contract last season and loaned out a bunch of people. Where are the free transfers? Aha, him. So Hugo Phillips, we brought in from free agency. And if you, again, a lot of people wonder, hey, what are the TSFY? What are the biggest deals? Bayern Munich making some big deals here. Bringing in about pretty much 200 million euro midfielders, 100 million pound midfielders, which is a lot, actually. Like, compared to most other clubs. Like, can I sort them by I don't think you can. Mainz? Okay, well, because they have a 1 in front of them, but I don't think Bayern will make this, because, yeah, Bayern might have just... Yeah, Bayern haven't made this list. I wish they showed everything, but of course, that's not always what they're able to do, so we're going to go and finish it off like this. Oh, they've bought Sholobatsky. From who? Because he's a free agent, so I'm wondering where they got him from. So Atalanta will really be a force to be reckoned with if they can manage to hold on to him. So yeah, here it is actually. Look at that. So I was wrong. 102 million was made, and we spent 125, and that will be the end of the window. 5 emails in this time, probably a bunch of broken negotiations. Come down to the end of the season, right? So it sees Perugia, go crashing down into last place crashing down back to Serie B with 0 points. Pretty sad. Genoa with Myron Boadu, if you don't know, he gets up to, I think his potential is 88. He goes down with Genoa. He probably will get sold, but we really care about how Torino did. So we're not 7th like we had before, right? We're 5th. Very close, some sort of glitch, because our records are exactly the same. Roma have more goals for, less goals conceded, a better goal difference, yet somehow we are ranked above them. Wait. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. So, alphabetically, they're even above us. That is a glitch, or that just shows that the rumors about EA making oops. I guess we didn't win that, did we? But that's a bit of a shame that came out too early. But let's focus on Torino. So it must be some sort of glitch, or it either showcases that the rumor, like back to what I was saying, the rumor about how they just make up random how EA makes up random what was it that they were saying? It was slipping my mind. Oh yeah, that EA just puts random results in there and just just those random results. So Roma more than likely don't even have 76 points. They're probably lower. So EA just throw out random results and show you. For example, it's possible that Piemonte didn't even win the league. It just looks like they won the league. It's really annoying. But now, um, let's go to Copia Nazionale. Winner was obviously Piemonte Calcio. But look, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for when we popped in. Not round 3. Round of 16 is when we hop in. So Torino slaps the solo 4-1. Then we go to this, and we've lost to Inter in the quarters 1-0. Semifinals, Inter, Piemonte, and you saw they slapped Lazio, actually. European Internet. Oh, that's the preseason. No, the Super Cup was won by. Okay, no. Okay, let's look at the champions. Let's look at the Champions League. Real Madrid triumphing. Let's look. Let's look at the. Wow, so Spurs. Real Madrid beating Lazio on away goals. Manchester City slapping Leverkusen. Liverpool slapping Inter. Piemonte dealing a. Oh, why does that keep happening, man? Piemonte dealing big damage to um, Bayern there. That's a surprise. They keep seeming to go out in the round of 16. It's kind of annoying. Barcelona, Real Madrid. Yep, slap. And look at that. Barcelona, Real Madrid pretty comfortably won that 3-0. Manchester City beat Atletico. And then, of course, Real Madrid went on to win it. It's very interesting how that worked, but there aren't any other relevant competitions really to look at. So now we look at the top goal scorers. Cristiano Ronaldo with 32 goals. That's not exactly that's really good, but our James Rodriguez, who just came in, got 16 and 38 as a cam. That is very good, very good. And then who is it? Taro Martinez hasn't even made he's made it into the top 19 with 13 goals. Very average seasons from the both of them. But assist wise, Ronaldo leads that too. Big Ron. You think you hit your prime when you're 29? No, you hit it when you're 37. I think 37. I think it's 30. Yeah, 37 is when he hits his prime. I guess that's how it seems to work here. Absolutely banging it out here in this season. Highly doubt he'll repeat this sort of feat, but that's besides the point. Now Kent, 13 assists. Okay, all right. Tonali with 8, and then that rounds out the top 15 because that's the only bit that matters. Clean sheets. We did remember how we signed Maximiliano. He's not even. He's on the list. He's 12th. He's got 12. That is embarrassing. And let me see. I saw other goalkeeper because he was injured for majority of the season. This Milinkovic Savic goalkeeper got 2 and 9. Embarrassed. The main bit that I wanted to look at. So our stats here. So most appearances from Tar 51. Wow. So but most goals scored was from James Rodriguez, who just came in the last season. Very good. 24 goals in 50 matches. Very respectable, very commendable. He scored at pretty much every other match, which is really good. Lautaro Martinez, pretty much same goes for him in terms of goal contributions. He's got 21 goal contributions in 44 matches. Very good. Ryan Kent, very phenomenal season for him as well. Like the numbers don't look too good, but if you add those together, it's pretty much equal amount of goals and assists. So he's making sure he's balancing his goal scoring and his assisting. Sorry about that, but let's see. And then why am I going to attributes? I'm killing myself. Most assists was by Ryan Kent, and then Tonali got 10. So Tonali improving from last season, I believe, when he got 3 goals and 8 assists. Kent definitely improving. I keep going to attributes. I have no idea what's wrong with me. Clean sheets. That's really embarrassing. Tonali got more clean sheets than the goalkeeper. That's just sad, actually. That's really depressing. But that will wrap it up. And that is where we are going to end season number 2. Alright guys, so this is our transfers for the end of the summer window for the 3rd season. So look at this. Look at this. Wow. This is what the biggest move was. 97 mil for a 90 rated Dybala, I believe. Right? Real Madrid spending a big money there, 100 million. And then we bought a center back, Clement Longley. And as you can see, Lewandowski going to Paris. He's now 33. How old is he? Yeah. How old is he? What's his overall? Lucas Hernandez going. Yeah. Maybe I could have signed him. And look at this. Donnarumma, Martin Odegaard, some really good players leaving. But now, what you really want to see, what was our biggest move? Our biggest move was Clement Longley. We brought in Clement Longley for 87 mil, or pretty much 88 mil. Donnarumma for 68 mil, and Jimenez for 51 million. Then we sold. We only had like a 100 million budget, and then with the 60k wage, and then we sold Alessandro for 44.5 million and sold Thomas Rodriguez for 44.5 million. Sorry, Alessandro for 45.5 million. Then we sold Izzo for 43.5, and then we sold Maximiliano for 34.5. So, and then we also sold Nkolu for 27 million. So big, yeah. And then we bought McAllister as replacement for James Rodriguez for 23.2 mil, and then we sold, random. I believe the rest of these are randos. Yeah, free. We bought an Ikozero, Panzo Secchi, and Yarvolenko. But that's also not the end. We spent, believe it or not, 235 million and made 35 million. And made 195 million. Sorry, 35 million was the transfer deficit, which leaves me wondering how I'm at 30 million. I don't know how that works, but I guess that's how this game works. So look at this. Lautaro Martinez up to 90, and I didn't mention, so Sané and Messi were both free transfers. So it's a very strong side. Bench is very weak, but look at this. Look at this. This is a side we're going to be taking into this season. I think we could really dominate the Europa League, because last time we went out in the round of 32 to Leipzig, we drew 2-2 the first leg, and then they beat us up 5-0 in the second leg. Don't know what happened there. Very, very interesting. Alright, so I know I usually don't show the winter window, but this was just a ridiculous one. We brought in Kylian Mbappe for free, Kane, and Kimmich. All for Mbappe, Kane, and Kimmich, who are 94, 91, and 90 rated respectively, for just under 200 million. That is ridiculous transfer deals from us. And we made Quiroga is just some youth player I sold for objective. So because our manager rating keeps getting dangerously low, and I don't want to keep deleting emails of them telling me I'm under performance review. So this keeps running away from me. So Quiroga, 200. So he went for like 5-6 mil. Lautaro Martinez went to Juve, as you can see, for 206.8 mil. Ridiculous numbers. And then Matthias, Kane was 101 mil. Yep, simulate this. Our hearts are beating. I think it automatically skips. Torino versus Valencia. We've lost on penalties. How have we lost on pens? Oh, we've managed to lose. To be fair, we won the league, so we're still getting Champions League, but how have we managed to lose? No way. I think it's just the pens thing. Usually when you go to pens, you don't win. Yo, this team is terrible. How did they manage to pull? Because Sobriano scored. I wish it didn't skip it automatically, but it does. Baselli, Sané, man, that's depressing. But it's okay. We'll move on and take a look at the stats. Alright, so stats here. Most appearances, I won't read it off. 8 goes to LM10. Most goals. Leroy Sané, 46 goals. 46 goals in 53 appearances. And so this is the best piece of this is the best pre-contract signing I've ever seen. A free contract signing. I was thinking it's James Rodriguez, but no. Leroy Sané takes the cake. After one season, I was thinking, yeah, James Rodriguez, best I've ever done. Leroy Sané is the best I've ever done. He's got 53 goal involvements and 53 appearances. Absolute ridiculousness. And then McAllister, who again I was going on about being the most broken player in career mode, again proving that to me. 19 goals, 13 assists in 46 matches, which is actually really good. And then same with Lionel Messi, and he's got 18 and 13 assists. I meant to say assists. And Kane's got 17 and 27. That's actually pretty good too. Tonali not matching his goal scoring, but he's turning more provider. And then goal scoring, yeah, it kind of drops. But now assist wise, top assister was Sandro Tonali, then Messi, and then McAllister. So McAllister's tied for second with Messi, and then Sané's got 7, and then it goes into like smaller numbers, which we don't really care about. And now let's go into the top scorers for Serie A. Sané, who you'd probably expect to win, actually missed 7 games. No, not 7 games. Six games through injury. So he probably would have had more. But 31 goals in 32 matches is enough to do it. Ronaldo cannot win for his second year straight. And Lautaro Martinez, who is the man we sold to them, finished in a very close third. So it was a very good Golden Boot race. He actually played more matches. And yeah, Patanga 29. Yeah, the rest of them don't really come close. Let's see, is there another Torino player here? Yes, it's Kane with 12. Wow, he was only here for like 16 matches. 12 and 16 is actually very good. I feel if he was here for the whole season, he probably would have bagged a fair few amount of goals. Now, if we move into the assists, Tonali almost pipes Zaniolo, but maybe if he played those extra 3-4 matches, he would have been able to. But he's not. Nicolo Zaniolo has won it, of course. The Italian wonder kid, but it's not too bad. McAllister is in 4th, so the top 4, it's actually very equal when you think about it, because the difference between top and bottom is only like 7, which isn't too bad. Clean sheets, Donnarumma has kept the most clean sheets, 19 and 36, which is very good for us. Europa League is where it's at. Sané, 11 goals in the Europa League, above Philippe Mateta. And wow, he's got 11 goals in 14 matches in the Europa League. Is there another Torino player? Have I missed him? McAllister with 5 and 12. Very good, actually. And assists, it's Torino. Oh, it's Messi who's in like 12th with 3. Okay, we'll gloss over that. Clean sheets is Donnarumma again. He's keeping He's keeping the best clean sheets out of anyone in every competition. Look at that, 11 clean sheets in 16 matches, even though he didn't win. Notice how like Valencia. Look at that. Silson is in 14th. Valencia players, not even in the top 15. Valencia players in the top 19. Seriously. And if he didn't score that goal against us, he wouldn't even make the list. They genuinely wouldn't make the list if what's his face? Sobriano didn't score that equalizer in the 105th minute. That is ridiculous, actually. That is very ridiculous and outrageous. I don't know. But that wraps up season number 3. Yep, that's right, boys. We are going to be using the transfer history in this time for the summer window. So, De Jong is going. We bought him for 121.5 mil, right? Perfect. Adds to our midfield. We sold Miete, who was 82, got rid of him, brought in a 92 rated De Jong, and we sold Lionel Messi. We brought him in, we sold him. We made good money on him because we got Kylian for free. They've brought Messi in probably to replace Kylian Mbappe. Then we've brought in Fati and Slobodski from Barcelona and Atalanta, respectively, because we both were about the same. I think Fati actually was more expensive, even though he isn't as high rated, and but he's younger. So both of these guys will warm the bench for us. And like I said, we sold Miete to Arsenal, Olivia Aina, who was playing as our right back, to Napoli, Besai to Milan, who was our another center mid, who was actually filling in at left back for the most part of last season. And then we have Lienko for Fulham, and Bramer, we sold him to Ajax, Digi. No, what is it? Digi, I think is how you say it. Interesting picture there, Digi, but he's gone to Monaco. Stefan Jurek, who, if you know, we brought in on a free to 2 seasons ago, was it? No, he came last season. So we got rid of him, making money on that. Panzo, loan, and then these are just players that we've loaned out. Any frees? No, no frees that they're showing. Just for the people that care about all the clubs. The biggest move was for De Jong by us, of course. We're making big money moves. Then Timo Werner to Liverpool. Shocker, right? He had to go through Piemonte Calcio, but he still makes that move to Liverpool because Firmino's aging. So N'Golo Conte goes to Barca. Not a shock, actually. That is reasonable, especially he's a 90 rated center mid. But Milinkovic Savic only spends 1 year in in Munich, leaves to Liverpool the next summer for 10 mil less. So Bayern lost money on him, even though I could swear his overall went up. He must have just not played as well. That must have been it. Nicolas Pepe has moved on from Arsenal. He's gone to Atletico Madrid. Still pretty good, actually. Pretty decent. 87, 75 million. Then Marco Fabian. And then Hakimi. Ashraf Hakimi, actually. Hmm. Interesting. He's gone to Bayern. Not surprising. But he went to Roma. So let's see. Roberto Firmino. This is probably why they've signed him. Timo Werner. Now, let us go and complete this window. If you want to see our total spend, let me load it up. Who spent 141? Of course, it's going to be Juventus. Can I please find 182 million? That's a lot, actually. Can I please find any day now? There we are. Torino, 203 million spent, 151 sold. We're left with 74 million transfer budget, which is just about right this time. For some reason, it wasn't showing the transfer budget for whatever reason, but that seems about right. Let's go and finish it off. 1 billion, 1.14 billion spent. Shows money in football is going up. And yep, that's it. Transfer offer for some. Could you not have made a transfer offer? What is this glitch? The glitch, or why is it simulating? What is going on? That's a weird glitch, but we'll ignore that for the time being. Okay, so we're here, end of season 4. We have a low manager rating, and let me show you why. So there's a certain player, a 72 rated right wing, that goes by the name of Simon Idera. He is not very happy, and he needs to have he wants his wage to be raised. So um, he wants his wage to be raised. Now, if we want to delegate it, right, we can't because he wants to leave the club. I can't offer him a new contract, and my manager rating is suffering because he wants more money, but I can't offer it because he wants to leave the club, which makes absolutely no sense. But that's just how this game works, I guess. But let's get back to the main bit. End of season 4. You may have already saw the table. We've had a begging season, and hopefully we have even a better season against Genoa. And we do. We win 4-1. Mbappe at the double, finally. I really haven't seen much of him, really, to be honest. And now we have a match against Real Madrid in the final of the Champions League. Also, just to let you know, we got knocked out of the Italian Cup. I believe I've already mentioned this, but we did. Adopo, we didn't say anything about your wages, Adopo. I have no idea what this guy's talking about. You know, crazy. But simulate the final against Real Madrid. I wish it didn't skip automatically, but 2-1 victory, and we've won our first ever European title against a pretty stacked team, actually. Courtois, Jesus Vallejo isn't that good, but Lucas Hernandez, Daniele Rugani, Lucas Klosterman, Casemiro, Bashir, uh, Bernadeschi, Luis Alberto, Dybala, Rodrigo, and Vinicius. So, oh, they're playing. Who's their striker? I think Dybala is actually playing as their striker. That's pretty cool. But when I play him, he just never scores goals whenever I play him at striker nowadays. Previous career modes he used to, just not anymore. But who cares what the board says? They've actually fixed our manager rating because we won something. Oh, that's not a good sign. But let's focus on the stats. That's what you all really came here to see. Leroy Sané on Donnarumma with the most appearances, but who cares about that? Most goals, 48 goals for Harry Kane. Ridiculousness. He's got what? 13 and he scored 13 goals in the Champions League in 13 matches. Oh my god. He scored 2 in 2 Coppa Nazionale matches, and he's got 33 and 36 Serie A appearances. Oh my, that's a really good transfer. Leroy Sané, still impressive as ever. 31 goals and 14 assists. Not as good as last season, because I think he actually banged it last season with like 50 something goals, or 49 goals or something. But this isn't too bad either. Just, you can't expect everyone to have banging seasons every time. But this has really disappointed me. Kylian Mbappe getting only 27 goals. Usually he gets 30 plus. This is a disappointment, but it really comes because he's playing as a right winger. So I just need to play him as the trick is I just need to play him as like a striker and it'll work. I'm gonna get rid of Kane next season. But let's see. Alexis McAllister, the most broken player in career mode, comes in a fifth after Kai Havertz with 21, and he's got 13 goals. Pretty reasonable actually. Then De Jong has got 8 in his debut campaign, along with Fati who has 5, and Jimenez with 1. Pretty respectable number there. But let's look at our top assister of this season, and it falls to De Jong. In his first season here, he has become the top assister at the club. And Leroy Sané comes in second, and Tonali comes in third. You know, Tonali has been like up and down. His goals have just been dwindling. He only got 1 goal this season and 13 assists. I think that's his worst ever season, really. Kai Havertz finishing 4th again. He finishes 4th in goal scoring and 4th in the assist charts. And Mbappe finishes 5th with 5, which isn't a good sign because it just drops from 11 to 5, which is like a huge drop. 22 to 14 and then 11 to 5, which isn't a very good thing. Clean sheets, I think Donnarumma kept 27, which is very good, actually. But one thing I really feel I should have shown earlier is how the overall changes, how many overall changes, how big overall changes have been. So the biggest one was Jose Vargas, who is a youth striker for our team, and this Yarvolenko, who was a free agent. Hernan Diaz, another free agent, you know, just plus 3. Farinez up by 2, Donnarumma up by 2, that guy up by 2. And then a bunch of irrelevant players up by 2, but Jimenez hits a 90 rating, up by 2. Longley up by 2, hits a 92 rating. Tonali up by 2, it's an 89. And then some random players, and Fati up to 2. And then again, some more random players. Kent's also gone up by 2. He's playing in Manchester right now for Man U. We've loaned him out. Pretty interesting move there. And then just some random ones. Nothing too good. And someone who telling me that they wanted to see not the oldest player at the club, my bad. Which is actually 28. That's actually really good. But no, the most valuable player at the club, and which is Kylian Mbappe, then Havertz, but everyone else is less worth than 100 million. It's worth less than 100 million, but the most paid player, which is De Jong, at 320k. which isn't too bad when you think about it. And I probably want to go and do these. Definitely want to do this one. Yeah, all of these contracts off camera. But now let's hop into the standings, right? We've won the league. If it load, yep, we've won the league with 37 wins and 1 draw and 121 goals scored, only conceding 15. So rock solid defense there. So top goal scorers, top defensive teams, run beaten run, and top of the table. So Piemonte, we pulled a Piemonte really. Piemonte Calcio losing to us both times, and some other team, it looks like. But look at this. Interesting. And the thing is, we drew against Cagliari, which is kind of annoying. You'd think it'd be one of those top 4 teams. But let's look a little analysis into this table. Top 4, pretty much you would expect it. Milan with a little bit of resurgence. Sampdoria in 5th. A little bit of a surprise there. Rest of the table seems pretty interesting. Lazio in 12th. Yep. Genoa finishing in that relegation playoff place again. Very risky from them. I don't know. They actually, because they lost to us, that's why they finished there. That's tough, but Lease with 1 win. That is bad. That's really bad, actually. But now we move into the Supercoppa Italia, which is won by us against Piemonte Calcio. And then now we move into the Coppa Nazionale with why does it go to the final, man? That's really annoying. I don't think we're in round 2. We start in the round of 16. Torino, 5-1 Sampdoria. In the quarterfinals, we get knocked out by Fiorentina, who then in turn get knocked out by Inter, who in turn then get knocked out by Piemonte Calcio, which is Juventus, if you didn't know. Now, the Super Cup was won by Liverpool, just in case you wanted to know. And the Champions League, oh, oops, I spammed that on accident. Torino, right? We finished top of the group with a loss to Barcelona and then a win against Barcelona. Identical, really, the results, but we go through based on goal difference. Now, we slap Dortmund, really, completely obliterate them in that final, along with Atletico in the quarterfinals, in the round of 16 with Atletico Madrid, same with Liverpool and Olympique Lyon. And now we move into the quarterfinals. Barcelona knockout Bayern, Real Madrid knockout Leipzig, Liverpool scraped past Atleti, and Torino scraped past Leverkusen, which is a very strong side, actually. I didn't expect them to be that strong. And then came Liverpool. We beat them 3-2 on aggregate, scraping through, and Real Madrid in another El Clasico semifinal scraped past Barcelona 3-2. Now, in the final, Torino end up winning against Real Madrid, and we win our first ever Champions League, which is really good for us. And Europa League, just in case you wanted to see who won the Europa League, it's Manchester United. Never in doubt. Bordeaux did make it to the semifinals, so impressive from them. Any shocks, really? No, I don't see any shocks, actually. These are pretty much teams you'd expect to see, other than Bordeaux and maybe Braga. But those are teams you would expect to see. Now, we move into the top of goal scorers. Harry Kane finishes top with 33, and Lautaro Martinez finishes in 3rd with 29. But look at this. Milot Rashica got 29. That's very good, actually. And in the top 15, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 players. Very, very respectable. Mbappe got 22 in the league. To be fair, that isn't too bad. Fairly average. Oh, and I see why Sam did so well. Myron Boadu going to Sampdoria. That explains a lot. Because I was about to say, if Genoa could hold on to him, they'd probably do well. Genoa could have been 5th. But they sold Boadu, and yeah, that's what happens. But, yep, just very average goal scorers. Now, if we go to assists, De Jong leads assists with 17 assists in 38 matches, which is pretty much an assist every other match. Really banging from him. And Paqueta with 14, Insigne with 12, along with Sane and Tonali, who both finished with 12. and then it just drops to 9. So not very good stats for the rest of them. But clean sheets. Donnarumma finishes top yet again with 23 clean sheets in 38 matches. And for yellow cards, you can just read that off. Nobody really cares. Same with the Reds. Nobody really cares. Now, if we move into the Coppa Nazionale, no, I want to look at the top scorers for not the Super Cup, for the Champions League. It's Harry Kane who finishes with 13 goals in 13 matches. Ridiculous debut campaign in Torino. I don't think it's his debut campaign. Ridiculous debut full campaign for Torino. 13 goals in 13 matches. Ridiculous. And Mohamed Salah, well, is finishing with 10 and 12, which isn't too bad either. And just looking at some of these other players, yeah, big Ron finishing with 5 and 8 in his last ever season because he is retiring in this season. And look at the assists. Luis from Porto got 5 assists in 4 matches. If Porto went a bit farther, that man could have gotten like 10, really, realistically. Or they should have played him more if they wanted to get out and play. Yeah, they should have played him more, really, because he's banging the assists in. But De Jong finishes in third, tied with Mane and Luis for 5 assists. So he did pretty good as well, but he did it in like 3 times as many matches. So, yeah. Yellow cards. Oh no, this is clean sheets. My bad. Clean sheets not held by Donnarumma. Shockingly, he's not even on this list. In fact, Lopez finishing with 6 clean sheets in 12 matches, which means they made the semifinals. I did not see Lyon in the semifinals. Is this a Champions League or what? Because never mind. There's like 17 games in the Champions League or something, right? Am I going crazy or something? So Donnarumma got 3 and 13. Yellow cards, Van Dijk with 4, and then De Jong with 4 as well. Not very good from him. Red cards, you can read that off. And I think that's all if you wanted to see Ousmane Dembele, who has gone to Manchester United. Okay, 16 goals in 15 matches. That's very good. But who is this Odin? He pretty much carried, Odin and Črkavadze pretty much carried that Bordeaux team. No wonder they did so well. Yeah, Črkavadze did very well for Gyaradones. And they both finished in top 15 for goals and assists. Clean sheets. So he's Bordoni, yeah. Bordeaux had a very good team, actually. They had a very good season, I'll say. But yellow cards, yep. Red cards, nobody really cares. There's not much else to see because we're back to the Serie A. And that will wrap it up for season number 4. If I'm not mistaken. So that just wraps up season number 4. We still are yet to complete this challenge, though, because like I said, we need to win the treble, which we have not done yet. But we've demonstrated we can win the league, because we've done it twice in a row. We've demonstrated that we can win the Champions League, because we've just done it. So I feel like our only issue is that we need to win this domestic cup, which I feel we can do this maybe next season, really. Realistically, by next season, we could finish this challenge in season 5, which would be a really good, I think, in my opinion, because a lot of these challenges people take like 7-8 seasons. But that'll be it for season 5. Alright, boys, this is probably going to be the final season, season 5. This is a transfer history for the summer window. Just look at this. 200 million for Kai Havertz. We sold him to Man City. Pretty much 200.1 million. No, 201 million. Kane, we could have sold for 200 mil. I didn't realize that. I just assumed, Wolves don't have that much money. Wolves just made like 191 million euro deal. Like, what? And so we sold. Well, Kane went one way. He went because he had a banging season, so he was worth like 200 mil because he had a really good season. But then we brought in Lautaro Martinez for 50 mil cheaper, but he hasn't been playing so well recently. He did have a banging season last season, but recently his performances haven't been too good. So we also brought in Donnarumma. So Donnarumma was injured. And I really need, because Farinas isn't going to cut it, So we sold Well, we gave Donnarumma plus 45 mil to Atleti for Jan Oblak, and that's pretty reasonable, I think. It's an upgrade. And we bought Jadon Sancho for 133 mil, sold Jimenez to Dortmund for 102 mil, bought Trent for 94, bought Joao Felix for 66, and then random dude, Lucas. Yeah, now it's all randoms, loans, and I believe there was one free transfer. Yes, this Jambor, who I believe is Luka Modric's regen. And just so you were, for those people who wonder about, okay, hold up, I don't care who's. Oh wow, oh wow, um, oh wow, actually, holy, um, that must be Godin's regen. I'm assuming for free they signed him. Absolutely mental. But let's get back to the point. We need. Look at that. Look at that. It's just us. Look at that. Top four, top five, top six, top seven. Yeah, top seven is literally us. The top seven transfers were all done by Torino. We're big money movers now. This is ridiculous. We're making huge money. And look, Icardi going to Barca. Interesting, interesting. I wonder which teammate's wife he stole at Bayern, you know? If yeah, I probably shouldn't make that joke though because that's not very respectful. But look at that. This is our team right now. It's absolutely stacked. Look at that team. And look okay, Samp are doing pretty good, but Roma, yeah, right. Piemonte not doing much. But they did sell Lautaro Martinez, which is back to us. We brought him back, which does mean I think we might have just because 150 we bought him for like 60 mil. I think we bought him for 60 mil, and then we what sold him for I don't know, and then we sold him for 60 mil. I'm not sure actually. So I think I'm gonna want to go. I think I think we maybe lost money on it. I'm confused. 60 mil, sold him for like 120 mil or something. I think we sold him for like 100 mil. So I think we actually balanced our books perfectly on Lautaro Martinez and got it back. So that's a pretty good steal for me, in my opinion. But let's focus on this. This is going to be the end. We spent 487.4 million euros. All right, so it's come down to the final three games of the season. The Coppa Nazionale final, the um, the final game of the league, and the Champions League final. Let's go. Let's see. So Torino versus Piemonte Calcio, and we win 3-1. Wow. What? Well, we did. Sterling came on, and then got sent off, and Mbappe got two. Okay, interesting one there, because Sterling was complaining about not. He wanted to desperately play in this one. He said he could have done better if he started. Really, really, buddy, you could have done better. But thanks for playing. Well, duh. Okay, never mind. I thought he was saying something about. I thought he was blaming me. So now we go into the last day of the season. We've won every single game, I believe, and I believe we have because times 3 should be. Yeah, I believe we have lost one game or drawn a game. I have no idea. But off we go. Sim against Hellas Verona. And what will it be? 3-0. Easy win. Sancho and Lautaro Martinez and Sane all on the score sheet. And Skriniar comes off for Sula. And let's see. Now we move into the Champions League final. Biggest day. If we win this, we complete this challenge. And it's going to be against Liverpool, one of the most broken teams in career mode. We haven't taken any of their players either. So this won't be a very easy thing to do. Hopefully, we might be able to win it. It's gonna be it. Liverpool versus Torino, and we're off. I really wish it just didn't automatically skip though. But we've won 2-1. Kylian Mbappe scores in the 80th minute to send us through. And we've complete just like that. We have completed this challenge by winning the treble. And I believe we've won the league title 3 years in a row. So that's also an amazing thing as well. Now, time to check the standings. Let's see. All right, so we finished first and we got 2 draws this time. We did worse than last season because we did get a draw, but we still managed to go the league unbeaten. Closest competitor was Lazio with 6 losses, so they didn't do too well. And actually, wait, one more thing. I want to see if Genoa finished super low again. Oh no, they didn't. They managed to not finish in 18th. But now we move. I think they might have actually got relegated. But now we move on to the Supercoppa d'Italia. We won 4-3 on penalties against Piemonte. Then the Coppa Nazionale, like you already saw, we won 3-1. Asian Elite Cup, for those of you who care, we made it. We were knocked out of the semifinals because Donnarumma got injured, and I was not able to replace Williker Farnes in time. So we lost in the semifinals. Super Cup was played, and we beat Man U 2-1. And then Champions League, you already know the story. Europa League, if this will load. It was won by Sociedad against Monaco. Yep, no shockers in terms of teams here. Teams really you would expect to be at this stage. And the European Championship has not started yet. It would have been a bit of a shame. Wish it did start. But now we hop into the squad stats. So total appearances. Oh, 61. That's actually the most I've ever seen of any player to get 61 appearances. He probably played. No, he didn't play every game. Interesting. But let's see. Top goal scorer is Raheem Sterling with 40 goals. Ridiculous goal tally, especially given that almost all of his appearances came off the bench. And then second came Kylian Mbappe with 28. Another underwhelming campaign from him. I believe it is because he's playing at right wing, but still, you expect him to score at least 30. Leroy Sané finishes with 21, still doing brilliant as ever. His goal tally is dwindling though. Jadon Sancho hit 19 goals, which isn't too bad actually, but for a cam that isn't too bad. Now Erling Haaland, who was signed mid-season, scored 16 goals, which is pretty decent. And De Jong scored 11, and then Lautaro Martinez scored 8 and 32, which isn't actually too bad when you consider like the fact that it's just a goal every 4 games. That isn't too bad. Now, I believe we go to the assists now, and we see Jadon Sancho at the top with 20 assists, which is a lot of assists, in 48 matches as well. 20 assists is a boatload. Sané finishes second with 11, tied with De Jong, and then in fourth is Kimmich with 9, and then Trent gets 8, which is very good, given that he's a right back. Haaland got 7, along with Mbappe, and then Sterling got 6, McAllister got 5, and Oblak managed to get 2, which is better than any of the goalkeepers we've had. They've never been able to get assists. Oblak, the goalkeeper, actually got an assist, which is a bit of a shocker when you consider it. Now, we're going to go check who were the biggest growers. I wish this was... Okay, the biggest growers was Song Soo Rim with +6. Then just a bunch of irrelevant youth players that grew. Clement Longley up by 2 again, I believe. Anusu Fati up by 2. McAllister up by 2, which is good because I've only seen him at 86. I've never seen him above an 86 in career mode. And then a bunch more irrelevant players. Slobotsky up to +2, and then it's just a bunch of +1s. Nothing too significant here. And now, Again, people always are asking me, how much are you paying these players? Who's the highest paid player at the club? Well, that's your lowest one for 1K. But highest paid is Lautaro Martinez at 390K a week. And value-wise, my most valuable player is Kylian Mbappe. And again, people want to know the youngest player, which was 16. This is the oldest player we have on our squad is Virgil van Dijk. Still rock solid at the back. Still actually pretty fast, surprisingly. But now, we move in to the Serie A top scorers. Raheem Sterling takes the cake with 30 goals in 33 matches. Ridiculous, given that, again, all 33 of those matches, he came off the bench. Now, Fedor Chalov finishes behind him with 27. Myron Boadu, who's had another ridiculous campaign with Sampdoria, has gotten 24. Rainier from Real Madrid has got 22 for Fiorentina. Dele Alli's got 21. Lozano and Mbappe are tied at 20, and the rest of them are not worth reading. Now we go to the assists. Dele Alli tops it, just gets one assist over Sancho. He was so close to it with 14. Then Shalov came with 13. I believe he's finished he's finished second in the other one. So he's finished third and second, which is very respectable. And then Diaz here with 13. Insigne with 12. Milando with 11. Nico Barea with 10, along with Hassim Awar. Now, in clean sheets, Alex Moret actually pipes our goalkeeper for this award here. Oblak very, very close with 21, but it's not enough to pipe Moret of the top spot, and Moret will more than likely go on to win the Golden Glove. Yellow cards, you can read those off for those of you who care. Same with the Reds. Wow, no one got more than 2 red cards in one season. Bit of a shocker, actually. You'd think they would get more, but I guess not. Now, as we move into the Coppa Nazionale, Sancho finishes the competition's tied top goal scorer with 5 goals in 5 matches, which is very good, actually. Martial finishes in third with 4, tied with Alvarez of Frosinone. Fedor Chalov finishes 5th with 3. Sterling finishes 6th with 2. Batshuayi gets 2 in one game. They probably should have played him more if they wanted to go through. That's their fault for losing, really. That's their mistake. They even sold him, actually. Very interesting move from them. But Dele Alli is the top assister in the Serie A and the Coppa Nazionale with 3 assists in 5 matches. And then Kimmich and Sane are tied for 2 assists, along with Nicolo Barea of Lazio. Now, clean sheets, Jan Oblak manages to oust Moret of this little honor here. Moret got 2, which is half of what Oblak got. Oblak pretty much blew away the other competition in terms of clean sheets by getting 2 more clean sheets than everyone else. And the yellow cards, for those of you who care, can read them. Same with the Reds. And now we move into the Champions League, which Neymar finishes. So, shocker there. Neymar Jr., who I believe is 32 or 33 at this point in the career mode, has got 10 goals in 11 matches for PSG. Very, very respectable. And Sterling finishes 4th with 7, which isn't too good, actually, because he's tied with 3 other players. So, pretty disappointing campaign for top scorers. I think, who did we sell Harry Kane to? I think we sold him to Wolves, who are not in the Champions League. But assist-wise, Bruno Fernandes ties with Meyer for top spot in terms of assists, and Yokoslu, I'm going to assume he's Romanian, ties with Milinkovic-Savic, Mane for 4 assists, and then Sancho finishes as well with 4, and Rodrigo as well. Sorry, I didn't see that. Messi, playing for PSG now, has got 3 assists as well. Now we move into yellow clean sheets. I always mess this up in the Champions League. I always say yellows instead of clean sheets. Oblak winning the award. Again, 10 clean sheets in 13 matches, beating Alisson, who only got 6 in 13, which isn't too bad, but terrible when compared to Jan Oblak. Now, yellow cards, Kimmich got the most, sadly, and sadly, Torino's at the top. Again, for that, we're just that good. We're at the top of every list. And the Europa League, for those of you who really want to know, Griezmann for Inter has scored 12, along with Mikel Oyarzabal, who will be coming next season. But that won't matter because with that we already finished the challenge. Now let's see, assist for Mikel Oyarzabal, 7. So he's actually done very well. Wow, he's done very well. But that wraps it up for this career mode episode. If you liked the video, remember to like and subscribe.